The Down Syndrome Association of South Texas is holding its Walk and Stroll event this year in person. Last year it had to be held virtually. Well, the walk is meant to help raise funds for those with Down syndrome and their families so they can have access to resources. Brian Lopez is the executive director of the Down Syndrome Association of South Texas, and he's joining us now to talk about one of my favorite events held each year. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Well, we'll talk about, you had to hold it virtually this year, and so glad to have it back in person, but talk about the impact the pandemic had, especially on your families and participants in your organization.
Yeah, for over the last year and a half, we've had to, of course, pivot and adjust with all of our services, having all those in-person events now go virtual. And it was really tough for our families and our individuals living with Down syndrome to be able to do that. So we're hoping that now, coming into the new year, we'll be able to raise the funds and get everything back together in person and start having our family fun days and our activities in place so that we can start serving them a lot better, because it was a lot tougher to do it virtually.
And talk about serving those families, Brian. Talk about what your organization does for these families and why this fundraising event is so important.
Well, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We have two a year, but this is our biggest one in getting our families together. And the money that we raise stays locally here so that we're able to support them and give them their services, such as music therapies, speech therapies, tutoring for schooling, our moms and dads groups, all of the activities, our teen and adult clubs, teaching them activities so that they can, build their self-esteem and have more relationships. So yeah, it's really important. And this year we're happy that we're going to be able to have it in person. And we know it's going to be a little bit smaller because of last year being virtual, but we're going to still try and get as many people as we can back together.
And we want to say too, Brian, you don't have to be a part of this organization to participate in the walk. They're inviting the entire community. So talk about, if you're not able to go, talk about how, if you want to go, what you can do. And if you can't, you can still support this wonderful association.
Yeah, definitely. If you can come out, feel free to come out. Come walk with us. It's again raising awareness and acceptance for Down syndrome as well as fundraising. But if you're not able to, we do have a lot of families that still aren't comfortable to get out there. They're going to walk in their neighborhoods, send in videos, send in pictures, and we're going to share those as well. But we've also got volunteer times too. So feel free to go to our webpage. You can donate. You can also set up times to help us volunteer for our activities and help support us.
And I can say too, Brian, you will definitely be smiling the entire time you're there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
All right, real quick, let's just tell us one more time when it's taking place and where and what time.
Sure. It's going to be Saturday, October 30th out at the River City Community Church, which is in Selma. It's going to be from 9 to 1. And again, feel free to come out, help us raise awareness and raise some much needed funding to support us.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll have all that information as well on our website here at KENS5.com. Thanks for joining us this morning.